You know that I still have a VHS tape of your very first sizzle for Holmes on Holmes, your very first show?
I believe I made you one. I believe I made everyone one.
I have one at home in an envelope. It's still sealed in my bookshelf. Yeah.
I don't think I ever
Did you
got
know
one.
the
I never
day?
opened it.
Did you know the day when I handed that in?
No.
It was September 11th.
2001.
It was? How do you know that?
Because I listened, Sherry.
Oh, I don't. Sorry.
I was at HGTV Studios and I handed the tape in, and a plane hit the tower and everyone was freaking out.
Oh, crap.
Like, not at first. At first it was like, how can a plane hit the tower? And then all of a sudden
The
the
second
second plane
one.
hits the tower and I was like, okay.
I didn't
There's
realize-
no television show. That's something
That's
I'll never
sad.
forget.
I guess so.
Hard day for you to forget. But I mean, back when I remember you bringing it home, and before you even submitted it, it was you got the footage. We all watched it together, and you were walking through a subdivision.
Yes.
And it was all like, you know, foundations. There were some homes that were all framed, and you're talking about horror stories. And you're walking through, and I remember thinking, I'm like, my dad's a contractor, but like now he's, in my mind, a TV star. And it hadn't even happened.
Before he even was.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you a question. I know the answer to this, but what was your first spark that kind of got you into the television show? I know that you weren't aspiring to be on TV.
No.
And you had different intentions, but I don't know if everybody else knows that story. So what got you into filming the series?
It was a total accident that someone from HG was looking for a contractor to work behind the scenes with Just Ask Uniques. And someone phoned me because they got my number from, believe it or not, one of the lumber companies that used to pick up a lot of lumber. Being a contractor all my life, man, as a kid. Anyways.
So the production company was looking
Phoned
for
me
a
up,
contractor.
they called me, I went in, and I'm thinking, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? So they tell me they need somebody to build stuff for the sets of Just Ask Uniques. And this was the total beginning. And I finally, I'm laughing and I'm looking at this and thinking, I don't know, sounds kind of crazy. I asked, how much do I get paid? And they told me, and I really laughed. I laughed really hard. And I walked around the building and I said, you know what? I said, as long as you let me run my company, they only needed me for a month. I'm like, okay, I'll do this, providing I can run my company from here and you don't question what I do, how I do it. They said, okay. They were all happy. Next thing you know, there's executive TV guys coming down because they're seeing things behind the scenes. And I'm telling Jan, no, you can't say that. No, don't do that. Do this. And I'm telling him what he needs to be saying because what he was truly saying was incorrect. So that was the beginning of it. And all of a sudden, I've got this meeting with an executive producer there because he wants me to build him a custom home. And I studied, I read the books, I looked up all that, straw bale homes, and this was the real beginning. And I get into his office, and I'm telling him what we need to do with the house, and he's telling me, no, 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 no. I know what I'm doing. And I go, so I get excited. Why the hell are you calling me? If you know what you're doing, you do it. And next thing you know, he's, because I got diarrhea of the mouth for 30 minutes straight, I'm telling him, I don't like the shows in your channel, I can tell there's no permits, blah, blah, and I went off.
So you're saying you had too much to say?
I really did, yeah. And then I realized I was saying too much, and I said, I'm really sorry, Mike. His name was Mike, and I said, I'm really sorry, but I gotta go. And he jumps up and he says, I want a pilot right away. I kind of laughed. I said, I'm not a TV guy, I'm a contractor, and that's, then he bugged me for months because I was not interested. I'm not a TV guy. And then he said a couple of magical words, and I said, I own it or I'm not doing it. And he said, okay, and next thing you know,